It's Tuesday, March 11th, 2025. Welcome to the Brief. Today we have a significant update on the Russia-Ukraine conflict. As always, let's dive right into it. On March 11th, 2025, senior officials from the US and Ukraine gathered in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia to discuss ways to end the three-year war between Ukraine and Russia. Key figures in these talks included US Secretary of State Marco Rubio, US National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, and from the Ukrainian side, Foreign Minister Andriy Sybiha, Head of Presidential Office Andriy Yermak, and Minister of Defense Rustem Umerovto. But just hours before these critical discussions, Russia reported downing a staggering 337 Ukrainian drones across 10 regions. This, according to Russia, is the largest drone attack they've seen in 3 years. Tragically, 3 people were killed and 18 were wounded, including children. On the flip side, Ukraine also reported attacks from Russian drones and a ballistic missile. The situation remains intense and highly volatile. Now, what's the context here? These talks come on the heels of President Trump's recent pause on US military aid and some intelligence sharing with Ukraine. Many see this move as a way to pressure Ukrainian President Zelenskyy towards negotiations. Interestingly, Trump's special envoy, Steve Witkoff, is expected to head to Moscow soon for potential discussions with President Putin. During the talks, several key issues were put on the table. Ukraine proposed a ceasefire covering the Black Sea, a halt to long-range missile strikes, and the release of prisoners. Additionally, Ukraine showed willingness to sign an agreement with the US regarding access to Ukraine's rare earth minerals, a deal that's particularly attractive to Trump. US Secretary of State Rubio mentioned that the US wasn't there to propose specific measures, but rather to understand Ukraine's stance and compare it with Russia's to gauge the gap. Importantly, Rubio clarified that the rare earth mineral deal wasn't a precondition for these talks. On the other side, Russia reiterated its conditions for peace. These include Ukraine abandoning its NATO aspirations and recognizing the occupied territories as part of Russia. Quite a tall order, and one that's met with significant resistance from Ukraine. Public opinion in Ukraine remains divided. Many Ukrainians in Kyiv understand the necessity for compromise, but are also deeply wary of Russia's intentions. It's a complex and emotional situation for everyone involved. Just before these talks, President Zelenskyy met with Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman on March 10, 2025 in Jeddah. This meeting was likely a precursor to the US-Ukraine discussions, showing the broader international involvement in seeking a resolution to this conflict. So what's next? The road to peace is undoubtedly fraught with challenges, but these talks are a crucial step. The stakes are high and the world is watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to stay updated on this and more. Quick news, clear views. Stay sharp until the next Brief.